All right, I lost audio and video of on my last stream, so starting over here. So it switched from the Canto. It called the Canto. Wait, did it even call the Canto food bot successfully there? Um, I don't know because no, I don't think it did. It never even did. It switched back to the index bot there before writing the blog post, and then what wrote the blog post was the index bot. So here's the first thing that I'm gonna do. The first thing I'm gonna do is go to the default bot. Let me see here. So I'm going to give the index bot instructions to not perform any other functions. Do not write blog posts. Do not help make reviews. Do not answer questions about the business. What else we got here? Do not help make reservations. This is a ridiculous prompt. This is not the way you should do this, but I can't think of the right way to do it right now. So we're just going to do it like this until I think of a better way. Do not help make reservations. Do not help with job applications. Your one job is to help the user choose a bot which will perform one of those functions. Okay. So now, hopefully, at the very least, I've also thought that I should, like, up here in the left-hand corner, where it says web form assistant, maybe I should make that like dynamic so that when it switches bots, it will say which bot you're currently using, mainly just for my own debugging purposes. But honestly, that might be a good thing for users as well, so they can be clear about which bot they're currently using. It might make things easier for everybody. All of the hypothetical people, including the hypothetical people that I am talking to right now. Okay, what the hell was I doing? Okay, with that in mind, let's just refresh. Let's just restart. Let's just restart everything because now the index bot is going to change its behavior, and we'll see how that works. Let's test out that thing. What if I say, wait. I can't help with that. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Okay. Awesome. Absolutely nothing's happening. That is not good, dude. You know, this is the thing. Back in the day, back in Juhai, when I was learning how to use Amazon Web Services and I was learning command line for the first time, and I was trying to learn Docker and all of this data analysis stuff. And um, I was trying to install Hadoop. I spent like 3 months attempting to install Hadoop. Why? I don't. It was totally pointless endeavor. But it's like it's like first it's like, oh, this very complex thing is not working properly, and you're trying to fix that. And then as you're trying to fix that, some other little thing causes a problem, and some other little thing causes a problem. Finally, like, you're at the point where like the problem is you can't enter the password into your computer. Like you're entering the password wrong. And then you like, okay, time to take a break, go to the ATM. And then it's like the ATM machine is broken. You know, it's just like suddenly everything, and now it's like I'm trying this can. Now I can't even open this can. I seriously can't open the can. I'm gonna break the can before it opens properly. How does this fucking happen? How the hell? What the hell? I don't think there's a way to open this without breaking. It's just gonna break the tab off. I don't think I can do that. I'm gonna. This is okay. It worked. Okay. So I put in Kanto food blog. Nothing happened. Should we check the error log? Let's check the chat history first. Check the chat history. Okay. So it changed the meta to Kanto food blog with spaces. Um, and then I assume that what happened is it didn't find that file because that's not the name of the file, because there's no spaces in the file name and no capitals. And so it didn't find it, but there is no error message about that, which possibly is just because I didn't make it log an error. I'm not doing an error log. Let's ask Chat. Hello, Chat tries to open history meta, and that file doesn't exist. Will there be an error message? There definitely should be an error message. There should be an error. Oh man, I can't control this. I'm pretty sure that there should be an error message. Let me just make sure that I didn't lose audio on YouTube because of that. I don't know. It's not okay. There we go. We're good. Um, okay, that message to ChatGPT did not go through. Will there be an error message if the file is not found? Okay. So Something wrong with my ChatGPT because it's showing up a markdown. See what I'm saying? Things don't work. And then it spreads like a virus. Okay. So if it attempts to include the file and that file doesn't exist, Feature will throw a warning. Failed to open stream. No such file or directory. Though possibly broken behavior because the system problem never gets set. If instead it uses require, then the missing file is a fatal error and execution stops immediately. Okay, so let me let's just check whether or not that line is in there. Okay, so there actually will not be, okay, well, it should say prompt file not found in the error log when that happens. It should say that. I didn't see it saying that anywhere. So let me take a look. Oh. Huh. Well, it is telling me that one thing is not found, but that's not the one that I was looking for there. Okay. I'm not seeing um so for starters it set the message, like it set the it didn't write that properly. But then why is there no error saying that it couldn't find that file? And the only possibility is that this didn't even run. Like that section of code that is supposed to create the error log didn't even run. Wow, this is a crazy line of code here. What does this do? No? Okay. All right. So first of all, I'm going to delete the error log so that I can just see errors from the most recent interaction. Now, I'm gonna um, close the error log. Let's just start over one more time. Great. Say hello. That's kind of ridiculous that the error that's being caused here is by calling it Canto Food Blog, because that's not even a good name. Alrighty, let's make sure I didn't lose audio or video. No, we're so far so good. So let's see here. Where are we at? Okay, so now I should have an error log, which only has the errors from just those two messages. And let's see what errors we're getting. Undefined error message or undefined welcome message. Subdirectory is Jade. That's cool. Running run bot, running index bot, list of bots, using schema index buttons.json. Okay. Chat history. Okay. That all checks out. Oh my God, my eye is bugging out. My eye is bugging out, man. I gotta switch to night mode, but even that isn't gonna help. The only thing that could possibly help, I don't know what could help, honestly. Ghetto food blog. Maybe getting this out of my face a little bit would be helpful, huh? Maybe. Get it out of my face. And then I put it much more in my face. All right. Okay, so again, it set the prompt it's trying to call is called, okay, so it sets the next prompt property. It's set to Canto Food Blog with capitals and with spaces. So um even though that's the problem, it should be that basically there's two problems here. First of all, it's calling it the wrong thing. And then secondly, there's no error message when it doesn't find that file. So it's sort of like I'm honestly not sure which one I should fix first, which one I should focus on first. Um, because it should, I mean, this is, even if I fix um the calling it the wrong thing, like, I don't know, there should be there should at least be an error message if it tried to um so it clearly it didn't even run the code that is supposed to try to run. Oh, I am losing my ability to think clearly by the second. By the second. Okay, so it didn't even run. It didn't even run the okay, error log running runbot.php. That should be in the error log, running runbot.php. Hmm. Is this even the right error log? Did I even reopen the error log here? Because there's a whole entire post about dim sum in the error log, and it's like, wasn't that from before? Exploring the flavors of Cantonese dim sum. So it, okay. What the hell? Okay, I have to do this one more time. Let's start over from the beginning. I'm gonna delete the error log. I'm gonna refresh the chat and refresh the page. I'm gonna click Canto Food Blog. And nothing happened. Okay. Now let's open the error log.